Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So, as you guys could tell, if you haven't noticed, I reached 300 subscribers. I know it's not a lot. I always say this every time. I always be like, oh my god. But it's really like a milestone for me, I guess you can say, because it's 300 people now that are watching me. You know, and just not so long ago, maybe like a month ago, I got 200. So I mean, it's not crazy big, but for me it's something, and I'm proud that you guys have subscribed to my channel. And if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe because we're starting to grow, okay? And I am thankful for every bless you I am thankful for each one of you guys that have subscribed to my channel and are watching my videos. So today we are going to be spilling a little bit of tea, a little story time that happened to me when I was 14 years old, you guys. 14. It's gonna get real, so go ahead and get some snacks. It might be a little bit long, I don't know. So go get some snacks, go get a drink, sit down, and get ready to enjoy this story time. But when I talk a lot, I tend to get thirsty, so I have lemonade here, and so I'm gonna be drinking it, okay? Anyways, I also have my daughter right there. She's swinging her little swing, so if you guys hear her, that's why, because sometimes she thinks I'm talking to her when I'm talking to you guys, so she gets excited and she starts screaming and stuff, so she's right there. Okay, so this story takes place in this very house, not in this room. Well, kind of. Like I said, well, like this title says, I was 14 years old, I believe. I don't think I was 13. My boyfriend said I was 13, but I'm pretty sure I was 14 already. So this is about a time that I snuck out, my first and ever time that I snuck out. So basically what happened was that my cousin and his girlfriend would always sneak out, right? And at that moment, me and my boyfriend weren't allowed to see each other at all. So we all four decided that we were gonna sneak out one night, and I asked him, of course. He said, yeah, let's go for it, blah blah blah. And that very night we were all texting, like all four of us were texting, making sure that we were all going to be on time and stuff like that. At that time of the story, at that moment, my dad was working currently at this job, and he will go into work at 2 in the morning. So everybody would be asleep by 10 at night. So when it was 10 at night, we made sure everybody was sleeping. We were like, okay, it's time to go. And so then I, like a little idiot, thinks this is gonna work. I put a bunch of pillows, like as a form of a human, on my bed so it can look like, because I've never noticed my dad ever coming to my room at night to look if I was there, because I've never noticed, probably because I've always been asleep. So I did that just in case he does go to my room to look if I was there. So okay, so I did that, and then my room at that time is right next to my parents' room, literally right next to them. Like, I come out, there's two doors. There's one door that's like, let's say one right here and one on the side. So the one that goes straight is like this hallway, and that hallway, like right as soon as I open the door, my parents' room is right to the left, or the hallway straight forward. So obviously I wasn't gonna go through that way, because one, that door always gets stuck and always makes noise. Like you try to pull on it, and it like gets stuck on the top or something. I don't know what's wrong. I guess the door doesn't fit, whatever. So of course I knew that, so I was like, I am not gonna go through there. So I went through the room on the side, and that room on the side is connected to the second living room that we have in our house, which is connected to the back door to leave. So I went out that way. That door opens easily and it closes so softly. You just gotta turn the knob all the way. So it was perfect, you know, perfect. And so basically we texted. We were like, yo, y'all ready to go? And everybody agreed. Everybody said yes, blah blah blah. So me and my cousin, he just came out and he just went, because this room is right next to the kitchen. So the kitchen connects to the first living room and the second living room, and then to the hallways. So he just walked straight to the kitchen, to the second living room, and we both walked out through the back. So that's another risky thing, because our house is like elevated because we live like on a hill kind of road. So we're like going down, like, so like while the hills is going down, we're like right here. So our house is elevated. Like in the front there's only like 6 steps to get in, and the back is a whole stair, like a whole staircase to get down. Also there's a light out in the back. It's an automatic light, so whenever it senses something, the light goes on. So that's another thing that we were afraid of, but we just like went for it. And we were very, very quiet. I did not like going through the back because there's a bunch of spiders and shit back there, so I hate going through the back, but we did it anyways. And now this is where it gets even more complicated. We have to go up the hill, and the only problem with that is my brother's room is the one that you could, like, if you see out the window, you see that road. So we couldn't go down that way either because then it would have been longer. So basically we had to go up this road. So obviously I didn't know if he was up or not, so we just booked it. We just ran up the hill, and once we got like 3 houses up, we stopped running, and then we continued to walk. Now where we walked to was the neighborhood of the girl. The girl is my cousin's girlfriend, so we're gonna call her Stephanie. And Stephanie lived, like, let's say this is the reason why we decided to go meet at her neighborhood, because Stephanie lives like right here. Let's say she lives here, my house is here, my boyfriend's house is here, so it's exactly halfway, the same distance to get there. We took back roads because we didn't want to get caught at that time. Well, you know, at night there'd be some police at some time, especially to get to her house. There's like this church, and there's always a police stop right there. Like, he's always there. And so obviously there's a curfew time, there's all that stuff, you know, that you can't be out, especially if you're fucking 14. You cannot be out at the time of 10 p.m. okay? No. So we went through back streets, and then the back street led us to the church. So what we did was we made sure that there was no cop. There was no cop. So then we literally had to cross the main street to get to the other little neighborhoods. So we crossed the main street, like we ran, and then once we got to the little neighborhood, which was her neighborhood, we were there. So then he texted his girl, hey, I'm here. So she literally lived so close to where we were meeting up, because like I said, it's her neighborhood. We were meeting up in this like alternative school type thing, and her house was just a street next to the alternative school, so she just had to walk out, blah blah blah. And she didn't have no problem doing it because she, like I said, her and my cousin have done this several times before. So okay, so I was the one who had to wait for my boyfriend because, you know, he was still not there, blah blah blah. And so I called him, and he ended up getting there like 15, not even 15, like in a couple minutes he ended up being there. And so we all decided to be at the alternative school, like I said, and the alternative school has like trailers, so we were gonna be where the trailers were at. We were just chilling. I was 14, you guys. I wasn't doing anything crazy, anything naughty, or anything. We were just literally chilling, especially because I told you guys me and my boyfriend couldn't see each other, so we just caught up. Like, we were just talking about each other and stuff like that, and we were literally being like kids. We were playing freaking tag at freaking 11 at night. So we were just having our own time. Of course, we were separate from my cousin and his girlfriend, since they have done this before. My cousin and his girlfriend, like, look, when we were playing tag, you guys, I ran, because like, let's say the trailer's right here, we're on this end of the trailer, and my cousin and his girlfriend are on the other end of the trailer. Since my boyfriend was chasing me, I literally ran like to this side, and I saw them, like, you know, doing shit. So I was just like, we gotta stay over here because I ain't trying to see none of that. So we stayed over here. Time passes by, and obviously I was keeping track because obviously I didn't want to get caught, even though I did. But so it was around 1, and I checked my phone, and I was like, yo, it's 1 o'clock, we gotta go. You know, we still got a whole hour, like, before my dad wakes up. I don't know if my dad wakes up early. I don't know if he wakes up 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes early. I was like, this is the perfect time to go now. And he wanted to really stay with his girlfriend, like really, really, really bad. So, hold on, you guys, I'm getting thirsty. So he said, I've done this before, I've gone later, nothing happens, your dad always passes through the street, because the main street is where my dad will go through to go to work. So I trusted on that. I trusted on what he said. So I was like, okay. We continue to chill. Me and my boyfriend were talking, chilling, whatever, playing, whatever. Next thing you know, I check. It's 2 a.m. 2. I was like, it's late. So I went again to my cousin. I was like, yo, it's time to go. It is 2 a.m. My dad should be getting up right now. We need to go. So when he leaves, we like rush in the house, whatever. He's like, no. He's like, it's already 2. He said, it's already 2. He's already up. Let's just wait for him to pass and we'll go home. So obviously we'll see if my dad passed and stuff. So we're like, okay, we'll just wait till he passed. Because what if we are like on our way home and my dad passes, you know, he could catch us that way. So I was like, okay, we'll just wait. So we're just there. They continue doing the little doodly stuff, and me and my boyfriend just were watching the road. And we were watching the road, and I never saw my dad pass. It was around, what, 2:15 now? Never passed. Never. So this is where it gets interesting. So go ahead and grab your snacks. You need to refill your popcorn, you refill your drink. Go ahead and do that, because this is where it gets interesting. I told my cousin, I was like, yo, my dad's not coming. My dad didn't pass. I swear to God, I didn't see him. He's like, you probably wasn't even looking, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I was looking. Trust me, I was looking, because I was ready to go home. So I told them that my dad never passed, and he didn't believe me and stuff. And then out of nowhere, I was just like, okay, either way, let's say I didn't see him, blah, blah, blah. Let's go home. Let's just go home already. It's already 2:15. If he did pass, he probably went through the other main street, blah, blah, blah. He was like, okay, let's go. So he was gonna walk his girl home. Like, we were all gonna go by where she was at, like towards the street. And next thing you know, we see my dad's truck pull up to her house, pull up to Stephanie's house. So we were like, oh hell no, oh my God, they know we're not home. So I told my boyfriend, I was like, you gotta run home right now, because obviously we're not inside her house, we're not there, they won't know where we're at, because again, Stephanie's parents doesn't know she's here. So next thing you know, they're gonna go to his house, because they know that we're not supposed to be together. But my mom and his mom were friends already before we even started dating, so obviously they were gonna go over there. So I told him, I was like, run to your house, run, because they are gonna go to your house. He said, okay, bye. He gave me a hug and he left. Me, my cousin, and Stephanie, we hid in the bushes that were at this other person's house, where we could see her house. And we were just waiting it out, you know, because we didn't want to go onto the main street, because what if we got caught? And plus Stephanie was like freaking out. She was like crying. She was like, no. I'll call my cousin Josh. She's like, no, Josh, don't go, please take me to my house. Obviously my parents know that I'm not home anymore. I don't want to get caught. Well, she was already caught, but I don't want to get in trouble by myself. Like, I want you to go in there and like talk for me, I guess. He was like, no. Like, I told him, I was like, no, honey, he has to come with me, because I'm not getting in trouble alone and shit. So I was like, he has to come with me. And I know I kind of feel bad now, because I would understand as a girlfriend, if I knew I was about to get in trouble, I want my boyfriend to give la cara for me, you know. So I was like, Josh, we got to go. He told her sorry, but that he had to go, and she was just crying. And when me and my cousin were finna get up the bushes to go, we see my freaking parents' truck pass by. So we like hid in the bushes again, and next thing you know, they take the turn towards left, like in our way, they turned left. So I knew they were going to my boyfriend's house. So that was like, I was like, yo, Josh, that's our chance to go. And he was like, okay, let's go. So he said bye. He left her crying, whatever. I don't even know how she went home, how long it took her to go home. We just left. So we left her there in the bush. I know I feel like a bitch now. And so basically we ran home. We ran so fast because my boyfriend's house wasn't so far away, like literally 2 minutes they will be there. So we were like, let's bounce. And we literally ran through all the back streets that we came through and everything. My house wasn't far either, like 5 minutes. So we literally ran and we got home. But on the way home, we were thinking about a story, like what we were gonna say. Okay, so we decided to say that I was feeling sick, and I told my cousin to come with me to the little park, because in our street we have a little park. So she was like to come to the park, blah blah blah, and he agreed, and I agreed to that dumb ass story. And so we, what? She's getting fussy, guys, so I'm gonna bring her here with me. Okay guys, this is my daughter. Look how big she's gotten, you guys. Yeah, remember my birth video? Look at her. She's so big. So basically what happened was that was our story. And so when we got home, we were like, should we wait for them here on the couch since we know that they know that we're not home, or should we go and fake sleep? And we decided to go home and fake sleep. And so when we got home, we both went to our beds and we fake sleep. And next thing I hear my parents come into the room, and I hear my dad over here like screaming at my cousin to get out his room. My mom went to my room. She was like, don't act asleep. I know you're not awake. Your dad knows you're not awake. Your dad wants you in the living room. I was just like, oh no. I was like, I know I'm gonna get my ass beat. And I've never had my ass beat, but you should have seen how mad they were. Like, it was bad. I went to the living room, and my cousin was already there with my dad, and my dad was like, where were you guys? And then we said our little dumb story. I was like, Dad, I feel sick, my head was hurting, I couldn't sleep. I told my cousin to come with me down the park. They said, bullshit, bro. They said, you're such a liar. We went to the park. Nobody was at the park because they went down the street to see. And guess what? And I was like, what? We went to my boyfriend's house, and he wasn't home either. And when they said that, I was like, oh no, he didn't make it home. So I was just like, fuck, I know we're caught. So we ended up saying that we were just chilling, that we weren't with them. We kept denying it. We kept saying that we weren't with them. To this day, I don't think we ever admitted it, but I know they know that we did that shit. So if you're watching this, Mom, sorry. Anyways, my dad wanted to hit my cousins, like, you know, punish him, but that's not his son, so he knew he didn't have the right to hit him. And then next thing you know, they told me that I was gonna get whooped. I was like, no, don't do it, don't do it. And I was like freaking shaking, bro. I was scared because my parents, again, never laid a hand on me. So of course I was like fucking scared and shit. So I was like, fine, just do it, just get it out of your way. So he was gonna spank me on my ass, like not spank me with his hand but with the belt. So I turned, I was like, and he literally went for it, but I put my arm, like I put my hand, so he hit my hand instead of hitting my ass. But he did it like 2-3 times, so either way that shit hurts. I was crying either way, not fake crying, because you know it hurts either way. Aubrey, you left a drool on me. She started to drool a lot, you guys. I don't know why. I think she's probably teething, but she's not even 3 months yet. So is there a way that she could be teething already? Like, look. My ankles hurt. Okay, so what happened was I got my ass little beat. I got whooped. They took my phone away. They went through all my phone. I literally deleted all the messages before we got home though, but they went through my phone and they didn't find nothing, obviously, so they just took it away from me. So I logged out of all my accounts. Thank God I wasn't that dumb. And I didn't see him for a very long time. We were just passing letters. We were just, you know, other ways of communication, because obviously we couldn't see each other. So yep, that's the story. I ended up finding out that he got his ass beat too by his dad, so I don't feel like, I'm just kidding. I mean, obviously I feel bad. I feel bad for both of us that happened. Say hi, you baby. Hi. So like I put lipstick on her face because I kissed her. So that was the end of my story. If you're 14, 15, if you're young, hey, what? If you're young with strict parents, don't sneak out. Don't sneak out, because you may not get caught. You may not be dumb as me. You maybe have it all strategized. You know, kids nowadays. You know. So, just be careful, okay? I don't recommend doing it. I don't, how do you say it? I am not, I forgot how to say it, but I'm not suggesting to do it. Okay, I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and go sneak out, because yeah, it was all fun and games until we got caught, okay? So please do stuff the right way. Don't be dumb, okay? Anyways, that's the end of my story. She be freaking bouncing her head like that, you guys. I be like holding her and she just goes. You want to talk to them, mama? Look at her. Okay. You want to talk? Say your story time. Say how you came to be. Just kidding. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all my 300 subscribers that I have on my channel. I hope you guys keep on watching. I promise more videos are coming. You guys can go ahead and comment on anything down below, and I will surely think about doing it. And if it's a good idea, of course I'll do it, because I need video ideas. And goodbye from me and my baby. Say subscribe. Okay, bye guys. She's gonna do that.